The U.S. Commission for International Religious Freedom is monitoring how Christians and other religious minorities are being treated during the pandemic. I'm joined by Commissioner Jim Carr, who is monitoring the situation. Jim, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Jennifer. Great to be with you.
Jim, during crises like this, are religious minorities at greater risk?
I think they are, and we have several examples at the Commission of a variety of countries in the world where religious minorities have been mistreated. One of the ones that we as citizens have read a lot about is a church in South Korea called the Shincheonshi Church of Jesus. And about a month and a half ago, they had a young adherent who went to church there, not knowing anything about the virus, with a fever. Later on, they learned that she had coronavirus. And the government decided, after finding 10,000 of their citizens with the same virus, they attributed 5,000 of those to her. And in South Korea, Jennifer, they were very tough on this small religious group, a very private group. They were very tough on them, and they were ridiculed on social media and had a variety of problems. As a matter of fact, I read that 1.2 million people signed a petition to ban the church of Shincheonshi from the country of South Korea. Not knowing anything about the virus, they blamed that virus at the beginning on this small church.
Are you finding that as people look for someone to blame, that religious minorities are often easy scapegoats?
That's happening in several different countries. I've got examples of something similar in Cambodia and Pakistan and around the world, that religious minorities are being blamed for something they probably did not do. And even in this little community where I live, just not too far from here, there's a small church that had 25 or 30 people who I think went on a mission trip, or a couple of their members did, and they got the virus. And nobody ever thought for a minute they did this on purpose, and nobody blamed the virus in our community on them. Matter of fact, we prayed for them. And so I think it's important that we not blame small, vulnerable groups.
Mm-hmm. What is the balance between promoting and maintaining religious freedom abroad while protecting public health?
Well, where I live, they just call that common sense. And I think you have to use good common sense and make sure that you protect the citizens of the country, but also protect the rights that we were given by the United Nations in 1948 to have religious freedom everywhere in the world.
Here at home, of course, this Easter, many churches are going to be shuttered. And it's reminding me that for many Christians around the world, hiding their faith is a matter of life and death. Do you feel like this is a moment when Americans can feel a sense of solidarity with the persecuted?
I do think it is. And I think it's a time right now for Christians to let their light shine. The little children's song, "Don't hide your light under a bushel." I think it's just very important that we as Christians now let our light shine, care for the needy, care for those who have been hit by this virus. And I think it's an opportune time for us to do something magnificent right now.
Absolutely. Commissioner Carr, thank you for the work you're doing. Thank you for joining us, and happy Easter.
Thank you, Jennifer.